This election is the most defining moment in a generation. Our votes are the only thing that separate us from a world where we actually live out that scene from Handmaid's Tale when they run on foot to get to Canada. Except that if that happened to me, I'd be running a lot faster than that. Elizabeth Moss, you are slow. This election is also the moment for us to stand up against an administration which has empowered ICE to commit countless atrocities against immigrants who've come to the U.S. seeking a better life. And the latest allegations are truly disturbing.
Immigrant women are telling them they are routinely being sent to a gynecologist who performed unnecessary procedures, including hysterectomies, forced sterilizations. 2 different women who claim they also had unnecessary hysterectomies while detained at this facility. As many as 15 immigrant women were given full or partial hysterectomies or other procedures for which no medical indication existed.
According to the whistleblower, our government is funding forced sterilizations on undocumented people. It's appalling. In her complaint, the whistleblower called the doctor performing the hysterectomies the uterus collector. That is barbaric, both because it's a human rights violation and because the uterus collector was supposed to be the theme for next year's Women's March. Well, now what are we going to do for a theme in 21? Things got better? Don't be stupid. One detainee likened the facility to an experimental concentration camp. You know it's up if you have to add an extra word to concentration camp because that alone doesn't cover it. It's not surprising that comparisons are being made to Nazi Germany, but America actually has a long, shameful history of state-sponsored sterilization of anyone deemed, quote, unfit to procreate. And specifically, that abomination has targeted immigrants, indigenous people, Latinx people, black people, poor people, the incarcerated, and the intellectually disabled. Forced sterilization is genocide, and the fact that it's being sponsored at private detention centers by the Trump administration is despicable. Even more despicable, the people running those private detention centers are making a lot of money. Irwin County Detention Center is a private facility operated by a private prison firm, LaSalle Corrections.
There are many critiques of the cost of privatizing government, especially in areas like prisons or detention. And you should know this facility is not really completely under the government's control, but rather run through a private company, LaSalle Corrections.
As the Trump administration continues to crack down on undocumented immigrants, the majority of them will be sent to detention facilities run by private companies.
For-profit prisons are awarded contracts from the government to run many of ICE's detention facilities. The more immigrants they're able to detain, the more money they're able to make.
Companies such as LaSalle, the Geo Group, and CoreCivic imprison immigrants for cash. That may sound like a game show you'd see on Fox News, but it's actually become our government's standard practice. Since the 1970s, when the government started contracting with private companies to run detention facilities, the U.S. has repeatedly kept border crossers locked up before their cases can be heard. It means that companies make money off of immigrants before they get deported. Hence the anti-immigrant rallying cry, go back to where you came from, but not until next month after our quarterly earnings report. Private companies now operate about 80% of beds in the immigration system. And as bad as government-run detention is, private facilities are even worse. They hold immigrants longer, account for more human rights abuses, and routinely put people seeking asylum in the U.S. in even more danger. Detainees face recklessly understaffed facilities with rodent infestations and spoiled maggot-filled food because the worse you treat your immigrants, the more money you can make.
To maximize profit, you minimize your expenditures. All of the incentive is to get more people in, hold them there for longer, and provide them with the barest necessities possible.
For the Geo Group, longer stays mean more money because ICE pays an average of $125 a day per detainee. Taxpayers are footing the bill, but largely kept in the dark about how their money's being used. That's because privately run facilities don't have to comply with public records laws.
Basically, they can do as much up shit as they want and face almost no repercussions. They're kind of the Mark Wahlberg of the prison industrial complex.